What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the blue color, playing as Zeus. His name is Eric BR the First. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Oranos. Oh, I like the little cheeky goat micro there from Tigerboss, because that's his name, and he is playing as Oranos. I want to make my first comment here before we get into all of the other stuff. Actually, no, we'll do that after. Game 4 has been played. This is game number 5. This is the final game. This is the game for all the marbles, or at least the chance at all the marbles. If you win this game, you go into the semifinals. If you lose this game, you're out. There is no second chance. It might seem cruel, but that's how the world is. It's a cruel place. A very cruel place. And we'll see how this game's going to go. But so far, we've seen Eric win 2 times on land maps with his Hermes. We've seen him lose 1 time with his Hermes on Oasis. He lost on the Mirage game. Tigerboss won on the Mirage game and on the Oasis game. We find ourselves in the 5th game on the map, Sheltered Pass. It's a very, very high hunt map. Lots of excitement for this map. My first comment that I wanted to say before, I'm going to bring it out right now, is that I think that what you should do here with this immediate first granary as Zeus is you should drop the granary down onto your chicken over here or onto your berry bushes. That'll save you 50 wood later in the game because you can drag the elephant underneath the town center. Or you could even leave the elephant there for later and move straight forward onto zebra or onto the rhino or onto the giraffe. I think that that's an more interesting way to start on this map. Not that it matters. Not that it's a huge difference in anything. It's just that whenever you see an elephant or something like that, you obviously need hunting dogs, so you need to build the granny, but I want to be dragging that one in and trying to utilize as much of the fact that it's an elephant at your starting base rather than something else. But we'll see how this game's going to go. We have seen... I'm not actually sure. Have we seen much Zeus on this map yet? We have seen Zeus versus Odin. I remember seeing a Gold Lion versus Odin King game, I believe, Zeus on this map, which was very, very exciting. But I'm not sure we've seen the Zeus versus Oranos on this map just yet. So we'll have to wait and see how it's going to go. There's a lot of different, very, very amazing maps that you can get with Greek here. Things like you can sometimes see rhino spawns on your second town center, which can be absolutely huge. You've got all this hunt as well to make a whole bunch of Athena hoplites and Hippocon. You can also go for the Hermes style here that Eric's been doing fairly consistently through this game. We'll see if he's going to go for that one again. He is sending 2 villagers over to the temple, so it kind of looks like he wants to go for the... Nope. He's going for Athena. He goes for a 4:16 advance time here. Going for Athena. Whoa! I'm excited we see something different. Yes! 4-minute 30 advance time here for Oranos, for Tigerboss. Versus the 4:16 Athena coming through for Eric. And Eric's going to be able to claim the center of this map with his units. Now, the thing that's tough about Athena versus Oranos is unit composition, is what you want to build. You can't really go Hoplite Toxotes versus Oranos because Oranos can just snipe down your Toxotes and just your army is too slow having those Toxotes in it. But what you can do is you can go Hoplite Hippocon and then put Toxotes into it a little bit later. And that can be a really, really nice way to play those situations. So we'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see what is in store here. As we see the stable and we do see the military academy. The question is, will we see Eric changing his position on the gold? This is the hardest part about the Athena the Athena rush, is making sure your macro is really good. He's delayed himself, his Odysseus, for just a little bit here. He's got enough resources to pump out straight away. 3 villagers on gold early is going to help him out. And it looks like he is indeed sending villagers over to gold. So I like this opening thus far from Eric quite a lot. As the Minotaur is in here, we do see the units coming through. Those oracles are going to get taken out. Obviously, Tigerboss doesn't care. He doesn't want the population anymore, so throwing them away is not going to be the biggest of problems, as the Promethean going to be rushing in onto this position. 3 villagers here should be enough to fight that one off. The Odysseus could also come through there as well, as the villager gets sent back. And let's take a look at the map here for Tigerboss. He's got himself... Where are his rhinos? His rhinos are over here behind the forest in the middle of the map. He's got the zebra here. He is a completely pushed off of hunt for the time being, as we do see Catapultis coming out, Caraballister coming out. Murmillo have been delayed here by Tigerboss. As this game continues, and Eric has got full control of the map. He's got all of the hunt. It looks like he's shanked down one of the Promethean offspring as Tigerboss has retreated back with the other one. Nice play here thus far. As the Oracle does end up getting taken out there. It's now the Katoskopos scouting around, making sure that nothing's getting taken out here. And here's the thing. With normally Oranos, if he's got hunt here, he's going to be able to do things like making a ton of Catapultis, a ton of Murmillo, a ton of Terma, a ton of Caraballister, and he's going to be in a much better position here, population-wise. But because he's sitting in his main base on these chicken and on the herdables here, he's really going to be struggling to keep up with the kind of amount of food that Eric can gather here as the army is kind of getting caught out. He can speed walk back here, keeping those Caraballister in a nice defensive position. Eric going to be attempting to send his Hippocon onto the Caraballister here, as the Catapulti is going to sit back, and they can kill off a Hippocon really, really fast. I do believe that the Catapulti has the highest DPS against cavalry in the game, and the Catapulti hero is also obviously has the most DPS there by even more. What is it? Plus 200% bonus damage versus cavalry, which does mean that you're doing 6, 12, 18 damage per second. No, I think the Fnatic does more damage than that. I'm not sure. Fnatic does 100% bonus damage. Someone correct me in the chat. I don't know. Catapulti or Fnatic more against the cavalry. I don't know. Anyways. Units now pushing in. Eric's going to be circling around with those Hippocon, trying to get onto this army, trying to catch him out of position as the Hippocon trying to break through. He's not yet looking for that attack as Tigerboss here. He's about to be running out of resources in his main base. He's got no more chicken left. He has snuck onto this hunt though. That's absolutely huge. Taking out Eric's position here. He knows that there's Rhino here, but he doesn't know that they're being eaten just yet. He doesn't have any scouting over there. This is very, very smart by Tigerboss to come in and grab that Rhino there to help him out with this army. As Eric retreating back with the Hippocon, coming in onto this position. One thing that Eric is missing here is the archery range. He should be having that archery range up. Generally speaking, it should come down at about 6 minutes to 7 minutes in the Athena rush. Otherwise, you're going to start floating all these resources, and you can see that's currently being floated in the wood situation here, so you could definitely afford to get that one up as the Hippocon are now searching around or splitting up in the army. 88 population here for Eric, 92 for Tigerboss. As Eric pulls back ever so slightly, is the Hippocon going to be coming through here? Just a little bit of damage here from Tigerboss trying to stay alive. As the Hippocon coming around, swinging in. Can he get in onto the back of the units? Yes, he does. With the Hippocon, there is still a restoration remaining as the shockwave gets thrown down there. I'm sure Eric, he basically has to click restoration here, and he does manage to do so. And now Tigerboss will be retreating away. Eric has got a huge amount of damage done onto those units. He took down all the Caraballister, and we will be seeing the fight continuing after the slight amount of retreating happens there by Tigerboss as the Hippocon chases in onto the Caraballister here, out of position significantly where that's concerned. The Minotaur still alive in this fight as Eric has managed to clean that army up beautifully as Tigerboss retreating back now into the main base here. He's got himself 81 population, 70 population, 82 population, 94 population for Eric as his army is just so strong, able to start taking down these military buildings here as well. And that's going to slow down the production of Tigerboss even more. Thank you for the 9 months. Hail to the Viper. Appreciate your support, my friend. Thank you so much. As the military barracks does go down, the hoplites can return back into the fight here as Tigerboss has to pull back even further. Eric is putting his foot on the pedal and not releasing. He's got a lot of resources in the bank. He still hasn't put himself down any more military buildings here. I'm not sure why that's the case. Just kind of forgetting, I guess, as he could be up at full population and really, really making life difficult here with some Toxotes in this fight as well. But he manages to finish off the counter barracks. There's only the one military building left here as the bolt comes down onto that Kyra ballast that's sitting in the difficult to reach position. Huge amount of resource loss currently for Tigerboss. He pulls back into the town center. Tigerboss could garrison into his town center here to increase the damage output of that town center to help him stay alive a little bit here. But it looks like Eric, at this point, he can throw down an armory and start thinking about going to the heroic age, which is probably why he hasn't put down all of his military buildings. So it looks like he might be just going for a town center or going for upgrades or something like that. Meanwhile, villagers finishing up these rhino over here, still managing to sneak that as Eric here, I mean, he's got so much. He can just continue to push through. He doesn't need to retreat away. He can actually go after the town center after all is said and done. As the villagers trying to get back onto this gold mine, we see the military buildings coming back up as Tigerboss is trying to produce basically nothing but Murmillo here. And Eric here, he still hasn't sort of recognized that Toxotes would be a great addition, but it doesn't matter because his army is completely trading perfectly fine at this moment as this citizen getting caught out of position here, going to be getting sniped down. The Minotaur does end up falling there, still pushing forward here. Those Murmillo not upgraded just yet. Counter barracks coming down as well for Tigerboss, trying to pump out as much as he can, but look at Eric's resources. He can do whatever he wants here in this game. As he's still trying to target down these villagers over here. Meanwhile, Hippocon on this position, unfortunately not able to see the villager getting the gold over there, but it will be able to check that one out. Meanwhile, more units coming over. He sees the villager on the berries on that position there as well as the Promethean coming through here. As that's not going to be that much of a use as the Jason and the Odysseus is in on that location. The Hoplites retreating away as the Murmillo chasing those down. Tigerboss is in a very difficult position as the citizen getting cleaned up here. The Hoplites taking everything out. Another citizen almost falling. The citizen's retreating back into the main base here. More units getting cleaned up. And in that moment, Tigerboss taps out. Eric claims the series 3-2. Goes on to the semifinals with an incredible finish here, utilizing the Athena rush, the Hippocon Hoplite Athena rush, only possible on those high hunt maps. Executes it very, very nicely, and Tigerboss just could not figure out how to counter the army which Eric was building in this game. He was making himself Termit. Termit, don't you do anything in this matchup here against Athena unless there's Toxotes coming through, and they just weren't coming through. He could have just gone, well, I mean, he couldn't even get himself onto the goal, onto the food at the start of the game. He got pushed off that immediately for whatever reason. He just could not manage to make it work. And in the end here, Eric wins in 3 games, goes on to the semifinals. Congratulations to Eric. Well played. Superb match here from Tigerboss as well. Really well. Good effort from him, but unfortunately his tournament life is over. If you guys enjoyed this one, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.